Howdy, howdy, everybody, and welcome back to another Pluckers Playmakers show, a new show by student athletes for Aggie fans to show you a little bit of what it's like to wear the maroon and white. Brought to you by Pluckers Wing Bar. Shout out Pluckers. Thank you for the venue and for the good wings, a proud partner of Texas A&M Athletics. Once again, my name is Carter Bajoit. It is an honor to be your host tonight. I'm a Houston, Texas native, and I'm thrilled to be here with you tonight for our fourth show. I'm a recent graduate of Mays Business School and a retired now high jumper on the track and field team. So a little bit of what to expect, just another Pluckers Playmakers to provide you a chance to get to know some of these awesome student athletes that I have the privilege to be good friends with tonight. So without further ado, let's get into it. One of my good friends, Manny Obaseki from Allen, Texas.
Yes, sir. What up, bro?
What's going on, big dog?
Let's do it.
Good to see you, bro.
What up?
Okay, Manny, so what's new? How's life treating you?
Life's been good, man. Thank God. Just been taking the time to just kind of reflect on everything that's transpired throughout these past couple months.
Yeah.
Rough ending to the season, but was thankful for the journey the past 4 years. Being able to spend time with my teammates, coaches, and things of that nature. But just been training, just trying to stay ready for what's to come. I'll go to Cali in a couple of weeks, start training over there.
Yeah. Next chapters.
Yeah, and just see where that takes me. But,
Good, bro.
I'm excited.
Yeah, a lot of change going on. I know we talked about that
Facts.
a whole lot. Kind of in the same boat, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of changes. But and talk about, you just got back from Chicago.
Yeah.
Shout out to your girlfriend drafted.
Yeah,
talk about that
man.
experience, what that's been like.
Man, the day she did get drafted, I was pretty emotional. I was really proud of her because she's been through so much. She's a really good person, really good player, but she deserved it. Even though she was hurt, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
it was pretty special to see that she was still wanted by a WNBA team.
For sure.
And,
Early, too.
Yeah, really early.
That's awesome.
But I told her, I knew she was going to get drafted. I told her that multiple days before draft day, and it happened. So I'm very excited for her future and where God's going to lead her and where God's going to take her. So
That's
I'm
awesome.
really happy for her.
Cool, bro. She's lucky to have you.
Yes, sir.
Cool. So originally from Dallas, Texas.
Yes.
What's it like playing big 6A Allen basketball? What was high school like? What was the recruiting process like?
Yeah.
What was Manny in high school?
I mean, all I did was play basketball. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't really know anything else. I didn't go out anywhere. I didn't do a lot. I just like to go to the gym, go home, go to school, and do it all over again. Eat, sleep, basketball. And growing up in Allen, it's a big football state. Well, Texas is a big football state. Allen's a big football school.
Sure.
And
Huge.
you know, everybody's invested in football over there.
Yeah.
You know, you got the greats like Kyler Murray, Jalen Jones that's been through that program, that have gone on into the NFL and become really good players. But, you know, basketball wasn't really that much of a thing that everybody talked about until me, Jalen Tyson, a couple others got there and were able to kind of put Allen on the map in that regard.
Basketball-wise.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really highly competitive, really good players everywhere, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. I was thankful for the opportunity to play at that level during my time there, and I enjoyed it, bro. It was cool.
Good. Sweet, bro. In the recruiting process, I know you were
Yeah.
recruited by a lot of people early on, very highly recruited athlete in high school. So obviously you talk about that process, and then how did A&M become future home, place you wanted to end up?
I mean, the recruitment process wasn't that stressful, thank God. I mean, I didn't really understand what was going on.
Same.
I was fairly new to it.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand it, but I was really excited because it felt really good to see that schools wanted me and they thought I was good enough to play at the level that I played at. And there was a lot of people calling my phone, talking to my godfather, and there was times where it kind of got annoying or whatever, but I eventually picked A&M. I felt confident with them, and I was glad I did. I mean, it's been a really good experience for these past 4 years, and I enjoyed it. But the recruitment process was cool. It was straight.
Yeah. A little bit, yeah, kind of new waters to me too. I had no clue what was going on.
I was about to ask, like, with track, like, how does that go about?
Yeah, I mean, similar. Coaches just hit your phone, Instagram,
Yeah.
messages, random number, hit you up. Hey, I'm Coach Mario from Texas A&M. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, then you schedule a call. But I had actually started high jump at the end of high school. So, like, I was learning the sport as I'm learning what college looks like, what recruiting looks like. So, like you said, it was very new waters. I was just like I just knew I wanted to go to Oregon to go take pictures in
like
a
the
uniform.
Big ones, yeah, big
so
schools. Facts.
wanted to come visit A&M and everything. So other than that, I had no clue. But when I got here, yeah, like you said, knew it was a spot to be. So
That's right.
So talking about your A&M experience, what was it like? You know, from day one on campus to now. How would you reflect on your experience and what did it do for you?
I mean, for the most part, A&M, they just welcomed me with open arms. I mean, kid from a big city, traveling 3 hours away from home.
Yeah.
First time away from home.
Really?
For a long period of time. You know, growing up, I was very sheltered with a really good mom and dad, brother. Wasn't really exposed to much, so coming here was kind of a new experience for me.
Yeah.
Nervous at first, but kind of got acclimated with it pretty quick. For the first year and a half, I was inside my dorm, didn't leave. Just went to the gym, went back there. That was all it was. But as I got more acclimated and more familiar with the environment, you know what I'm saying, I was able to get closer with my teammates and things like that, get to learn more about them, and really just develop strong bonds, strong relationships with a couple of dudes that's going to go with me forever, wherever I go. And on top of that, just the 12th man foundation, you know what I'm saying, the fans, the donors, especially the donors, the administration, just their support and their loving actions towards me and just being there for me, you know what I'm saying, whether I knew them or not, whether I talked to them or not.
Which is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I had no idea who they were, but they knew who I was.
Like family.
Exactly. And they showed up for me each and every single time.
So, bro.
I appreciate them. It was fun, and I was grateful to play in front of them and kind of flip the program around for them. So
no doubt.
I think it was dope. I had fun. I enjoyed it. So my experience here was pretty cool.
Awesome. Yeah, we're happy to have you here, bro. This was good. I know we were same times too. It's cool. We got to come in together and get closer to the end of college. It was good, bro.
Facts.
Good experiences. Cool. So talk about relationship building. I know the program throughout the past few years, we've talked about this multiple times. They prioritize relationships, you know, getting to know you, whether it's the coaches, the players, getting to know you deeper off the court. How did that play into some success, and why was that important?
Well, I mean, when it comes to relationships, it does more than just make you play better. It makes you feel better as not just a player, but as a human being, you know, and it kind of creates a drive for you to go harder for them, and you understand it's much bigger than yourself. Yeah. And so, whenever you kind of understand all of that and you put that together, and along with the hard work and the long hours, the long nights, long mornings, it just becomes really fun. And you're ready to compete against anybody. Yeah. And I think
success becomes easier.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with Buzz, when he was here, just him kind of preaching that to us, and kind of emphasizing the importance of family, love, and trust and work, just kind of made it a lot easier for us to just go out there and compete and give it our all, because that's what it's all about at the end. You know what I'm saying? So
felt deeper than basketball.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's good, bro.
Facts.
So you also run a podcast, similar to this one right here, right? Talk about that. What was, you know, the basis of starting that, and how has that been for you? It's been cool to see.
Right. So so it was called Project Jesus. I haven't had enough time to really kind of compose everything, because everything's moving really fast.
Right, it's a fast time.
But it's really just sitting down, talking about the goodness of God, and just kind of His impact on me, and kind of like what it can do for those that watch, those that don't have an understanding of who He is, or people that do have an understanding of who He is, and kind of just living that through sports, and kind of inspiring others to understand that there is a God out there that loves you and that's going to be there for you, that'll look out for you, and will be there for you no matter what. And no matter what you do in this world, He's always going to have your back. And it starts with prayer, starts with scripture, starts with however you want to start. You know what I'm saying? It just starts with developing a connection with Him. And it felt really good kind of putting it out there. I was nervous at first because I don't really do stuff like that. So I was really just getting out of my comfort zone.
I
just
can tell, bro. That's awesome.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it reached a lot of people, and it impacted a lot of people. A lot of people were inspired about it. I didn't really care about receiving any type of credit or respect or whatever the case, comments under my Instagram post or whatever. I just wanted people to know that, you know, people like me, you know what I'm saying, can develop relationships with Jesus Himself. You can too. So it was a pretty big thing for me to do, but it was cool.
Yeah, it was. I loved watching it. And, you know, I've heard even if it affects just one person, it's all worth it, right?
Yes.
So that's good, bro. And then just before we get to Henry, tell me a little bit about your brand, JKG.
Yeah.
A little bit. I know people know what that means, but talk about that and what it means to you and why that's your go-to.
Yeah, one of my main mans over there, he asked me, his name's Rhett, with a T at the end. So he was kind of talking to me about the chain that I have at home. I left it at home today, but just keep going. That's been my whole life. It's been the thing that's kept me going. There's so much I could say about it. But I started in my freshman year. I kind of like blew it up a little bit, got it tatted all over me or whatever. And throughout my career at A&M, it was a lot of ups and downs, mainly downs, and got hurt, injured, wasn't playing much, just at the third, and times where I just wanted to quit. Like I didn't want to play anymore. And I love basketball with all my heart. Like I wouldn't give up anything for the sport, and I was just really down, really low in my spirit, like wasn't talking to God, none of that, like wasn't talking to my family, none of that. And I just kept getting up, kept showing up, kept working, kept smiling, you know what I'm saying, just kept doing the best I could, kept putting in 100% effort, and it kind of got me to where I'm at now, just with another opportunity to go further my career.
Yeah,
and,
no doubt.
That really inspired me and opened my eyes, because it was like, you never quit. Like, no matter how hard it is, no matter what you're doing, you never quit. You never lay down, because somebody else is working harder than you. Someone else is going through the same thing. Mm-hmm. And it's not just about you, you know what I'm saying? So,
no doubt.
Just keep going. It's been my lifeline. A lot of people have kind of caught on to it. It's kind of reached a lot of people, more than I expected, which was pretty cool to see. But it's really just, man, no matter who you are, what you do, don't ever put a limit on yourself. Don't ever tell yourself you can't. Always strive for more, because there is more out there. There's so much in this world for you to achieve, and all you got to do is put your mind to it. And if you do that, you'll be straight.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more, bro.
It's a fact.
Sweet. Well, that was Manny, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with Henry Coleman III. Thank you, big dog.
Appreciate it, gang.
Sure. All right, everybody, welcome back. We are here with senior from Richmond, Virginia, Henry Coleman III. Henry, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Excited.
Yeah, no doubt. Good to see you, bro. How's everything been? Life's good?
Yeah, moving a lot slower since the season ended. But it's been a blessing. It's been so much fun. Just kind of taking it day by day now.
For sure, bro. Doing a lot of fun stuff, playing golf.
Yeah, trying to play golf.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if I'm much of a golfer. I'm trying to play. So.
Yeah, cool, bro. Okay, so dive into a little bit of pre-A&M, originally from Virginia, Trinity Episcopal alumni, big high school basketball academy, right?
Yeah.
School.
Yeah.
What was it like starting, so young at a big basketball prestigious team, even from a young age?
My journey was, kind of like some others. I just think basketball is a simple sport, and to play with a lot of really good players, and a good coach who understood player development. He understood the X's and O's, but even bigger, he understood what it meant to be a young man playing basketball. And so to go to a school like that and to be coached by Coach Hamlin, to play with unbelievable players, and Armando Baycott, who was at UNC for a while. And so to play with those guys, it was a ton of fun. I learned a lot of stuff. But Trinity in itself was their motto in high school was discover your path. And it allowed me to, not only play basketball, but get into other things and explore other things that, I potentially was interested in.
Yeah. What were some of those things in high school?
For me, just hanging around the AD. I did theater a couple of times, technical theater.
Nice.
Me and my buddy we didn't know what elective to take, and so we sat there and we took technical theater and built the sets of the play and listened to music. So that was a ton of fun. But
that's funny.
It taught you small, lifelong lessons. So when anything kind of like breaks down, I feel like because of that class, I can build anything.
Go build theater sets. You'll be good the next day.
Yeah, just chilling.
Cool. Okay, and a little bit into your family. Big family of athletes. Brother's a hooper right now,
Yep.
and your dad played football. What was it like, dad being in the NFL, playing football, family of athletes? What was it like? What did he instill in you, and kind of what did he show you along the way of being an athlete?
Yeah, it was a blessing because, father played, for Coach Beamer at Virginia Tech and then played in the NFL, but he never pushed me to play a sport.
Nice.
He said, whatever you're going to do, you're going to put your best foot forward, or you're going to do it, in the right way, and you're going to work your hardest at it. And so I think for me, it was just trying to figure out what I wanted to play.
What that was, yeah.
And, like you said, playing baseball growing up for a while, the Mid-Atlantic in Virginia is a big baseball, area. I mean, I would go after school and play lacrosse with a couple guys just because the Mid-Atlantic, those are the sports that are really big. And then middle school started liking basketball a little bit more. I started watching a little bit more film and tape, and decided to stay with basketball, but still had a true love for baseball. I loved it, and so I think basketball was the right decision.
Yeah.
But
Worked out.
Yeah, I was just thankful that my dad never pushed me to do just one sport. And
That's a blessing.
And just was like, put your best foot forward each and every day, and so I'm thankful for that. And then to have my younger brother Leland, who was playing basketball too, and for us to be able to share the same love for a sport. It doesn't really happen for, parents to have two kids that are playing Division I basketball. It's something special. It doesn't happen a lot.
No doubt, that's right. So in between baseball, all the other sports, taekwondo even, right?
Yeah, did that for about 2 years.
Yeah, so between all of that, so you talked about a little bit, what was the reason for basketball? You just fell into it, or you loved it, or just started to grow over time?
It started to grow over time. I just think it was a sport for me. I had the most fun playing in
Nice.
it. I was go home and watch just a bunch of stuff on YouTube. Kevin Durant, Sean Kemp, Zion. Like I was just so interested in watching these guys. I was like, I want to do that exact same thing. And so I just think there's a love for it. And like I said, it's very simple.
Yeah.
And so I just think the simplicity of it and how it is, it's just there's a art in basketball. And
No
I
doubt.
think, I fell in love with that art.
It's funny, we complicate a lot of things as we get to each level, right? Like I find the same thing. We talked about this, but like I literally jump over a plastic pole or a fiberglass pole. Like how simple could these sports be? Yeah. But it's like you get to different scales and then different things are involved. But it is funny. It's right. It's simple.
Yeah, man. I think that's what makes sports fun, because it's who can keep it the simplest, while also figuring out all the X's and O's. And I feel like that's within almost every sport.
Yeah, no doubt. So transitioning into the college level, obviously basketball did you well and you did it well. Transitioning to Duke out of high school, what a prestigious program under a prestigious coach. What was that like?
I mean, it's Duke basketball.
Right.
It's the mecca of college basketball. Cameron Indoor, is the stadium to be. And then for myself, growing up only about an hour and a half from it, it was just somewhere, I really wanted to go. And so was able to go there for my freshman year and be coached by, I think, the greatest coach of college basketball. There's a lot. John Wooden's up there. We got Roy Williams, Jay Wright. But I think Coach K, the amount of first-round picks he had, the amount of number one picks, championships, Final Fours, and how long he did it.
Yeah.
I think that's what separated him. If you look at his career, he started coaching at Army in the 1970s, and then he finished coaching in 2021.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So he went through almost every era of new age basketball, and he was able to adjust every single time. And I think, that just speaks wonders to who he is. But he taught me a lot of life lessons.
That's cool. The best coaches seem to do that.
Yeah, it was basketball most days, but he had an open door policy, and you were able to go in there and talk to him at any time. And
That's
so
awesome.
I used to always mess with him on the Army versus Navy thing. He's an Army guy, but he didn't like that too much. But he was a very, very great person. He's always going to be, get his accolades from the basketball side, but he was a great person.
That's awesome. Yeah, I learned a lot. So transitioning out of your freshman year, coming to A&M, College Station, what was the move like that like? Why A&M, and what was that process like?
The transfer portal at that time had just opened to where you could transfer and play automatically.
Oh, wow, okay.
And so it was very, very fast moving because nobody knew what was going on. Coaches, players, even the NCAA, nobody kind of knew what was going on, and so it became very, hectic at some points. But I think my relationship with Coach Buzz really helped it. He was at Virginia Tech, and I grew up a huge Virginia Tech fan just because of my dad, and so he's at Virginia Tech. I would take a ton of visits. Was up there all the time. Wanted to, be there. And then when he decided to come to Texas A&M, we still kept that relationship. And so when I got in the portal, he was actually the first coach to call at 5:01. I got in the portal at 5 o'clock. He was the first coach to call at 5:01.
Awesome.
And so having familiarity with the staff and with, Coach himself, and I know how he played, knew how he coached, knew he was, a person who's a gamer of life, wants to keep learning, wants to, lead by example.
Yeah.
I think he made an easy decision to come here.
Cool. So with the, expectations, if you had any moving into A&M, what were they, and then how were they surpassed, and what was your experience like here?
For me, growing up, I was an ACC kid, which meant, mom went to University of Virginia, dad went to Virginia Tech, and so, I would always watch ACC basketball, ACC football, and for me, I didn't know much about A&M, only that, Myles Garrett went here and that Johnny Manziel went here. So it was very new to me. But when I thought about it at first to where it is now, it was just a straight paradigm shift of like how can you be connected to 70,000 people?
At once.
At once. It's a weird feeling. And so for myself, just going through my time here and the love that A&M has, showed me, and how Aggie Land is, and how it is a family. I think, the 12th man revolves around helping each other out.
No doubt.
Around, supporting everybody. And I think you've seen it over the last couple of years, regardless of, basketball. You've seen it, this year with softball. You saw it last year with baseball. You've seen it, with women's tennis. You've kind of seen it with almost all the sports. The 12th man, has your back, and they're, willing to show up. And so that's been a blessing.
Yeah, no doubt. And you were very involved here, obviously successful. Speak for itself on the basketball court, but, I know we've talked about this. You have a very big passion for off the court. What were some things that you really enjoyed doing, that don't even involve basketball here?
I'm going to start off first with face mental health.
Yeah.
Having the pleasure of doing that with, Allie Russell, Haley Rediford, and Max Wright. That was something that, hadn't been done here before. Now, how can let's make a panel and let's have student athletes come and talk about their experience, talk about what they've gone through, good and bad, to not just other athletes, but to regular students and to, everybody here in Aggie Land, because I think that's a big thing, like hearing your story outside of your sport. And so I think face mental health, where it started to where it is now is it's huge, and I think, something great to be a part of, but then to be, part of the SEC Council, learned a ton there. There's so many moving parts now in college athletics, with the transfer portal, with NIL.
Yeah.
It's cool to have a voice in a room with a bunch of people who make a lot of big decisions for college athletics. And so
what a privilege.
To not only represent Texas A&M, but also to represent the SEC, to represent all these students who hopefully I'm using, my voice to share their stories.
Right.
And so I think, having that and having that background and being able to go, talk to, coaches and people working in the SEC and be like, hey, man, this NIL thing's a little crazy now. And so to have that, it's just been a blessing. It's been a ton of fun, and I've been a learner the entire time. Try to be, the quietest one in the room.
Yeah.
Just try to learn and see how much.
Soak it all up.
Yeah, so see how much
Surround
I
a lot
can
of good
learn.
people.
Yeah, for sure.
And that segues well into what you want to do in the future, potentially, right? Getting involved in sports and administration. So what are some future goals you have, looking past basketball to be in similar rooms like that moving forward?
Yeah, I think, for me, I've always wanted to stay around sports because I think, it teaches you so much, whether that is leadership characteristics, whether that's, being able to overcome obstacles.
Yeah.
I think sports have, they have the ability to change someone's life. And so for me, I want to be a tool within that to help, people change, lives. And so want to be within athletic administration, potentially be an AD or a commissioner, just because I think you can have such a big impact on people's lives
position like that.
Yeah, within a game that they love and they've put in so much work for. I want to, make it to where it's as easy for them as possible.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. Well, thank you for your time. We will get both of these boys back up here soon. Give it up for Henry, and don't go anywhere. We will be right back for Pluckers Wing Bar, proud sponsor of Texas A&M Athletics. Thank you, everybody. All right, everybody, welcome back. Right now we have Henry and Manny up here joining us. Welcome, gentlemen. So we talked about this a little bit, in regards to both of y'all being up here, and your time at A&M and us kind of all being in similar positions as we transition into this new phase of our life. But looking back, what was it like playing Aggie basketball, 12th man, the fans, Reed Arena? I talked about this when we were on our other podcast, talking about, whenever I heard a color in regards to a game at Reed, blackout, whiteout, I knew it was going to be crazy, right? So what was the atmosphere like at Reed and playing college basketball at A&M?
I mean, it's crazy. First game we got there, I forgot we played like North Florida or something like that, or like Northwestern State, and there was probably like 700, 800 people. Probably a little bit more than that. I don't remember, and then just fast forwarding up to our senior year, his 5th year, and like we're selling out crowds like it's nothing.
Crazy.
It goes to show you the amount of work that we've put in, the culture that Buzz built here, along with just everything that we've kind of prayed for and worked for, all coming to fruition, and us being able to perform the way we did and put on for the city and put on for Texas A&M University.
Yeah, I think for myself, like most said, like playing North Florida the first game, for me, I had a different,
Right.
Because I'm coming from Duke. I was like, oh, this place is about to be sold out. Like, I was super excited. And then, you get out there, and like most said, it's about, 600, 700 fans out there. And so to have Auburn, like we did to finish out our career,
crazy.
And you sit there and you see so many people, it was a blessing. And it's like Mo said, it was something that we worked for. We wanted to give the fans something to cheer for each and every night. And so
y'all did.
To see that crowd and to see how they were engaged the entire time just spoke wonders to, our staff, our coaches staying committed, but also the fans staying with us. Because, we had some highs and we had some lows. And so to have that at the end, just everything come full circle was unbelievable.
Yeah, transformed the program, no doubt. Yeah, what an experience. So speaking of that, as the program shifts into kind of a new chapter as y'all do, what is some advice you would give to the new boys coming in, the new coaches, and kind of the new team as a whole? What's something y'all would leave with them?
Stay in the moment, bro.
Yeah.
This stuff goes by really fast.
Too fast.
And understand, walking it with gratitude, like Henry would say.
Yeah.
And understand how blessed you are to be in the position you are, because a lot of people would give up an arm, a leg, whatever, to be in the position that we were in, wearing that jersey, waking up early in the morning when we didn't want to, extra practice because we weren't doing whatever we weren't doing right, getting yelled at, screamed at. Like, in the moment, that may not feel great, may not be fun, but once it's all said and done, you'll look back and just be thankful that you were a part of it, because that's what being an athlete at the highest level is all about, and that's what being an athlete, student athlete at Texas A&M University is all about. So,
yeah. For myself, I think Mo said everything unbelievable. Like, to walk with gratitude. We talked about it. I know Mo and myself talked about it all the time, but to be here and to be in this position, there's so many people that helped you in your life to be right there.
Yeah.
Parents, coaches, mentors, teachers, siblings, cousins. There's so many people that helped you to get here. Just be in the moment and just be right where your feet are. And I think secondly, explore A&M. There's so many opportunities for you to do here.
Good.
If you want to be an athlete and be in engineering, if you want to be an athlete and you want to start your own podcast, whatever you truly want to do, A&M as a whole has so many things for you to do. And I think you should branch out and be, more than an athlete at some point.
I could not agree more, especially that's such good advice, the last part. I feel like it's funny, it's separated by the train tracks, geographically, but we get into this bubble. It's so easy to fall into it. I mean, you eat with the same people, specifically your team, but if you even want to branch out to the athletes, you're still in that bubble.
Yeah.
And it's easy. It's such a blessing. It's awesome. You got all the friends in the world you could possibly need, and it's like-minded individuals. You got people along the same thought process as you, doing the same discipline, habits. It's easy.
Yep.
But I do believe, like you said, you will let so many amazing people walk right by you if you never stop to look. And you don't go on campus, you don't go to Silver Taps, you don't go to these. That would be my advice. I know I'm not supposed to answer the question, but honestly, Silver Taps, things across A&M's campus, getting involved with the staff, getting involved with the people. I mean, there's nothing more important, especially at a place like A&M. You will let so many opportunities pass you by.
Yeah, just real quick. I think even people who aren't students here, they were former students, the alumni. I think there's so many, things that you can take advantage of if you're a student athlete, and just be in the same room with people who are like-minded, people who are successful now, and just take bits and pieces of, why were they successful? Because for most of us, our sport, you can't play it until you're 40.
Right.
There's only one LeBron. There's only one Tom Brady, and so for most of us, it has to be. You have to hit a switch of, the real world's coming.
Yeah.
And so I think for yourself and for all the athletes, I think being able to talk to alumni, being able to talk to donors, people who are in these positions that are willing to help you, willing to reach out, willing to potentially give you a job.
Yeah, and want to.
Yeah, and want to give you advice. I think sometimes athletes feel uncomfortable, but I think you have to be a little bit uncomfortable in those situations and kind of go out of your way to try to make somebody smile, ask them what their name is, because you never know where an opportunity is going to lead.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Kind of coming off of what you said, it's all about perspective.
Right.
And perspective builds the gratitude. It builds your humility and your ability to be thankful and be gracious for what you have and what you were given. I've learned a lot from a lot of different people, especially Henry. One of the smartest dudes I've ever been around. You know what I mean? And someone that has inspired me and impacted me. And him not being from where I'm from, having, all the accolades that he has and all the stuff in the world that's in front of him, you know what I'm saying? Just me being around him for these past 4 years, and just kind of, he's taught me the importance of being yourself. Because there was times earlier in my career, like I always wanted to fit in, and he was the same dude every day.
Nice.
And he was comfortable, more than comfortable in it, and that's what made him special. And just little things like that kind of made me appreciate him, and it helped me become a better person. So it's all about perspective, and a lot of different athletes at different sports and things of that nature, like they have little things about them that you come to learn about, and you become really grateful that you do learn about it because you can apply it in your life.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So
you can learn anything from everybody.
Right.
Like it's just quite the place to pick up little things along the way.
Right.
And I would definitely agree. Don't let those opportunities pass you by. There's no better place to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Good answer, fellas. So we got some questions from the crowd that I think would be fun. So from Colby, how old were you when you first dunked?
5th grade going into 6th grade summer, so how old are you?
Sheesh.
10 or 11?
Yeah,
You too?
about the same.
Dang. All right. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Okay, what is a pregame superstition or ritual that you have from Claire James?
Yeah, go ahead. Ask him.
Uh-oh.
He got it.
Yeah, I have a ton. So the game's at 8 o'clock.
PM?
PM, yeah, PM game. So I don't, after shoot around, if the game's at 11, it'd been at 10:54, would have been shoot around. So I would eat at 11:45, then I go down to the lounge. I don't go home before games. I go down to the lounge, I play 2 hours of PGA golf. I'm dead serious. And I take an hour and like 28 nap. Then I get up, go to the hot tub for 13 minutes, and then I go.
What
you
are
can ask
these
Mo.
numbers?
Bro, don't.
I'm dead
Just
serious.
listen.
And
Just
then I go, and I get out and I stretch. I think I was stretched 3 hours before, and so then I get on the court, and I start Zach Bryan live from Red Rocks.
I knew that.
And then I go and do my same ritual, everything as far as pregame workout. Then I go back. I pause my music. I talk to Eddie, our trainer, for 10 minutes. And then I go back into the locker room, come back out, get taped, and then put on the last half of the album, and then go back out to warm up with the guys, then come back. Because the bigs go separately, so I come back at 54 on the clock each time. I then play 10-minute revival, and then all the guards come back in there. And then after that, I eat my popcorn, and then
Popcorn before every game.
Popcorn, bro.
popcorn for every
Tell
single
you.
game.
Wow.
They do different. Like
And
popcorn.
then I go back out, and I sit for running out, I sit in the fourth chair. And then it's time to play the game.
Yeah, it sounds like it's time to play the game. Yeah.
Like
That's
popcorn game is crazy, bro.
Well, hey, it works. That's awesome.
It did work.
Yeah.
Did you accumulate this along the way, or was this one day like this is gonna be it?
No, it was literally after my first game here. Like,
Those were all okay. So
same.
those were all the things that
and
you.
so you can imagine a tournament setting really messes me up.
Yeah.
And I go like I get antsy, like it messes me up because you go out there, it's like 21 minutes to warm up on the clock.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, it messes
This
me
is
up.
not enough time for
Oh, it's not
popcorn,
enough.
hot tub, stretching.
Listen
yeah.
to music, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
enough for me.
That's funny. Okay.
That was a long spill, but
No, that works. So you got way more chill. You're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Just-
Compared to his, like I'll wake up in the morning, I repeat, cannot play a game without working out.
Really?
Yeah. So like I'll wake up. So the night before, I'll text BD, what time? He'll tell me, all right, get in there, work out, then shoot around. So I work out right before shoot around. So that's when everybody's coming in after
Okay.
I'm done. Or we'll have rebounding clips.
Yeah, rebounding
or something like that. Then go to shoot around, do shoot around. Then after shoot around, I'm gonna go lift with Gap.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna go,
Interesting.
yeah. Like I'll go lift or do like some core, whatever the case may be.
Just to wake you up, you feel like?
Just to feel good,
Yeah.
just to feel confident, and then after that, I might take some food from the catering people. I think use either Snooze or Texas Roadhouse,
Yeah.
either or. Go home, I'll sit down, play Fortnite with Dexter, play some Fortnite, or take a nap. Just depends on how I feel.
Nice.
After that, put on something nice, go to the gym, sit down a little bit, meditate, pray, read the Bible, whatever I need to do, and then I'll put my stuff on, warm up stuff on, go get tape. So I don't go to the court yet. Go get tape with Wade, all right? Me, Wade, and Zuri. Zuri didn't get tape. Weird. So me and Wade go get tape. So after that, chat, whatever, go back to the locker room, wait till it's time for us to go get stretched, because me and Wade always go out together. So we would chill, listen to music in the locker room, whatever. Go out from the locker room to the court, go warm up, do our little deal. After we're done shooting, before everybody goes inside the locker room, me and Henry are the last two. I'll do my little dunk, and Henry will do his layup, dunk, hang on the rim. So after that, we go back to the locker room, and then put on our jersey. No, we put on our jersey, right? No, we don't.
you guys put on our
Yeah.
jerseys after.
Yeah, so Dev, Lau, Rock. Well, Rock, Lau, Dev, then Buzz. After that, go back out, lay up again. And then after that, we'll huddle, say our little thing, and then go back in, put on our jerseys, then
Game time.
game time.
Sheesh. Well, yes, simple men. That sounds.
Yeah, super simple.
Real simple, straight to the point. Well, it worked, fellas. Good work.
facts.
Okay, all right. We are getting close to the end of our show.
Yeah.
But one more segment. Y'all know what time it is.
Bring the wings on.
So it is time for the Pluckers wing part of this show.
Bring
where we
'em.
will see if Manny and Henry can handle this heat. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back for the best part. All right, everybody, welcome back.
do
Last part of the show, best part of the night. Let's get into it. Okay, boys.
It's easy.
So, this part, it gets a little dicey. It's a little challenge. So, first part, I'm gonna ask you about 6, 7 questions. You can either choose to answer them, And you don't have to eat a wing, but if you don't want to provide an answer, eat a wing, and then we'll dive into the right and wrong answers, all that stuff.
All right,
So,
bet.
first off, who's got the messiest locker room or locker
Pharrell
on the
Payne.
team?
Pharrell.
Okay, that was easy. All right. That sounds like it's probably the correct answer.
Yep.
Who would you not let date your sister?
Jace Carter. So I'm not eating no wings. She's
Sorry, Jace.
I'm gonna do Jace too. I can't
okay.
lie.
Worst style on the team?
worst style on the team. I'd have to say Chris or Jordan. Chris is horrendous. Like, there's no way you walk out the house looking like that. I say Chris McDermott for sure.
I'm gonna go Hayden.
Hayden actually put it on though. Like
Sorry,
when we go
Hayden.
out, he put on.
Yeah,
Okay.
he does.
All right.
Hayden.
Hayden.
Worst taste in music?
I'm gonna probably say myself
No.
only
I
because
was
half the
wondering
guys
if you were
don't
gonna say
listen to the
that.
music
Yeah.
I usually listen to.
Unique.
No, Henry actually has good taste in music.
I think so too. And you're the first basketball player I've ever seen put Zach Bryan over a highlight tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
Ever.
I'd have to go Henry.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Unique is okay. Weirdest pregame rituals. I feel like we answered that question, but y'all boys feel free to add input. I'll probably say Henry.
Yeah. I'm trying to think as far as guys on the team. I don't think anybody has like a weird. I mean, eating a whole bucket of popcorn before a game is a terrible idea.
Interesting.
But I do it.
Yeah. Okay. We'll settle for you.
Henry.
Henry, yeah. Most likely to be running late for the team bus. I got plenty of answers for my team.
Solomon Washington. Easy.
Solo. It's not even close.
Easy. Solomon
Okay.
Washington.
And then most embarrassing thing to happen to somebody on an away trip. I'm trying to think for my team too.
So I eat the wing.
Yeah, you can eat the wing.
Yeah, I might have to go.
Yeah, go ahead, Henry.
Eat the wing.
Come
All
on.
right.
Terrible.
Okay.
I might.
Yeah, the seed. You ever seen seeds on a wing before?
Sesame seeds.
Yeah, these aren't sesame seeds. Oh, I'm drinking your water, Henry.
No, you good?
You want to switch or you want it back?
No, you good? Don't matter. It don't matter to me. Shit. All right, so we go. We go.
Yeah.
Have you already-
Go ahead and go.
Oh my gosh.
Manny. Oh, there's no wing left. How's
Forgot I'm
the
African. I really
how's
do
the, yeah? How's the initial?
It's so hot.
I'm
Yeah.
straight.
It's fine, Manny.
Straight.
All right. Henry,
It's cold in here, so I'm heating me
you'll
up.
heat up fast. I promise.
It's heating
You
me up.
start
It's cold
shaking.
here.
Sheesh, that was solid, Henry. I'm gonna eat a buffalo one while I wait.
Look at that.
Yeah, no. I haven't got anything wrong.
Y'all really got a whole wall for that?
Yeah.
This
Hey,
ain't
what-
nothing, man.
I'm hiccuping.
I'm straight.
I'll start shaking, bro.
I really do this, bro.
Okay. Now to the good part. Sheesh, even a buffalo.
Yeah, I was.
I was about to say nothing yet.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so there's going to be some in this section that's combined both answers for
Yeah.
both of you. Y'all are team versus me kind of thing. And then it'll be one. I'll start with your name and be like, Henry, what is this and this about Manny? So it'd just be for you.
Yeah.
Okay, to start off, name me 7 NBA players from the A&M basketball team.
Dexter Dennis, my best friend.
Okay?
Quentin Jackson.
Okay. They don't have to be current, by the way.
Oh, AC Law.
AC Law for
Okay.
sure.
Chris Middleton.
Chris Middleton.
Daniel House.
Daniel House. That's what I was
DeAndre
thinking.
Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. That's me now. Okay. That was a little too easy. I should have done 10.
You in for one of the dates, man. It's not that hot, bro.
No,
or maybe I need to eat another one.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and eat another one.
I ain't answering nothing wrong.
I'm not doing another one.
Slow down, slow down.
You feeling it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty hot.
I'm good.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. Okay. Sheesh. All right, Henry. How many tattoos does Manny have, and when did he get his first one?
Actually, I know when he got his first one, only because I went with Mo to get his first tattoo.
Yeah.
Great.
So that would be 2021. I know it's 2021. It's going to be
He gets this wrong, I got to eat the wing too? Yeah.
2021.
2021 works. The
Okay.
year is cool. How many does he have? Now, we came up with a number together because he has a lot. But what would this number be? Oh my gosh, this is starting to get really hot.
20?
Y'all go ahead, boys.
Sheesh. Can I know the correct answer?
35. We settled on 35. It was 30 to 40.
Just to be cute.
Yeah. Whew. Oh, jeez. Pretty hot?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, if we didn't have water, this would be insane.
That'd be a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Next time let's do it with no water.
We could. All right. We could stop the water. Manny, how are you feeling?
I need more questions.
All right. Manny,
Yep.
what country does Henry's girlfriend play soccer in right now?
Rome.
That's not
Next.
a country. Next. Eat the wing.
What country is it?
Well, where's
Italy.
Rome?
Europe. Italy.
Italy.
There you go. I like
That
the
was a
support,
real-
though, because
nah,
you knew.
nah,
But
you got me, though. You
I
got me.
did. Okay.
Like, me and Henry, we close, bro, so I keep
I think I might have. I dove pretty deep on both of you, but I don't know how hard these questions will be if y'all know each other very, very well.
You see Henry, bro?
Pretty bad.
Every time.
Yeah. No, these are hot, bro. Okay, gosh, I did this too easy. What's Manny's podcast?
Project Jesus.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. Oh, sheesh. They're good though.
They are good.
This is spicy.
I'm hungry anyway.
Let's do it.
Oh gosh, bro.
Now, I won't lie, I am sweating a little bit. But it's not that bad, though.
My nose is running.
Yeah. Okay, Manny.
It's great.
Growing up,
Yeah.
what condiment or sauce was Henry obsessed with?
Can I get a hint?
No. I'm not giving you. I love you, bro, but I don't want to eat any more of these wings.
Yeah, for sure.
This was verified by his mama.
The sauce that he was obsessed with,
Yeah. Dude, it feels like I put fire on my lips.
I'd have to say ketchup.
I'd have to say incorrect.
What was it?
Ranch.
And it's crazy because I only use blue cheese now.
Really?
Yeah.
You
I don't
used
even
too
use
much
ranch.
growing up.
Yeah.
Blue cheese?
Yeah, that's kind of
That's
crazy.
bad condiments.
Yeah. I don't know about that one, bro. All right. When Wade Taylor broke the record for most points at Texas A&M, how many points did he score to break it?
What do you mean? Like what shot it was?
I was trying to figure out how to explain this question. So when he broke the record with a three-pointer, how many total points did that make him have? That took the lead from the previous score.
I want to say it was, I think he had 1999?
That's pretty close.
Or was it 2000? Was it 2001 point?
No.
No, it's
that's pretty
I ain't
close.
Wait, can you ask the question again?
No, it's like how many points did Wade have to like when he broke the record? Like what
To
was
break the record.
To break the record.
What did he surpass?
What number did he surpass? Like,
Oh, he surpassed 1997.
Sheesh. Close. Can I have some more water? Thanks. Sorry. Incorrect, fellas. 1993. 1,993 points.
that's a half a
Thank
wing
you.
for me then.
That works.
I got
Thank you.
it.
You want this? Thanks.
Looks like the crowd heard it for us.
Dude, this is worse than last time.
Hey, Brian, we're going to be at Snooze tomorrow.
You got a lot of sauce on that one, Manny. Okay, Henry. How many points did Manny score in the month of March that ranked him 7th among every SEC player?
How many total points?
Yeah, you could be within 10.
I'm eating these wings with paste. Too much paste.
I'm starting to shake. I always shake.
How many points did he score in his entire time at school?
No, in March.
This March?
Yes. Yeah, I believe this March. That ranked him 7th among SEC players for the month.
Really? This March?
Last March. Is it this March or last March?
This last March.
Yeah.
Last March. Oh my gosh, bro. This is getting really bad.
105?
No, sorry. 132. Nice, Manny.
Dang.
Okay. Manny, what instrument did Henry play growing up?
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
It's a woodwind instrument.
It's a woodwind. It's been a while, bro. Because I was in band in 6th grade.
Yeah.
And I forgot the elements and the categories of the instruments. But woodwind is like the flute, right?
No.
No? Okay, so it's not the flute.
No, New Orleans. That's your hint.
New Orleans? Oh, saxophone.
Nice.
I just saved you.
Is that correct, Henry?
That's correct.
How did you, wait, saxophone? That's tough.
Like kindergarten all the way up to 8th grade.
Gosh.
I'm struggling.
No, I'm straight, man.
No,
Take it,
that's
man.
for me. That's for me.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm struggling. It's my allergies. It's my allergies.
Dude,
so
this is,
I'm going to have to call Lakewood Plumbing after this one.
It's my allergies, man.
all right, Manny, another one.
Yeah, for sure.
Where-
I need more.
Jeez. Where did Henry's dad play in the NFL? 2 teams. Just get one of them. Oh, gosh.
I want to say, how many teams are in the NFL? Like
32.
32? I don't know football like that. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude, I'm
Can I get a hint?
Shake.
Can I get a hint, Henry?
No hint?
No.
Like no division, like NFC, none of that?
No.
AFC?
No.
Y'all just want me to eat hot wings. I feel you.
I just don't.
I'll
I
say
don't want to eat it.
the Chargers
Yeah.
and the Ravens.
Yeah. No.
Who was it?
Detroit and the Vikings. Go ahead, big dog.
1 second.
Sheesh, this is getting pretty bad. Henry, how are you feeling?
Terrible. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm starting to like sweat. My nose is running.
Yeah.
I had a couple hiccups.
You said no ranch.
Yeah. All right, Henry. What number draft pick was Manny's girlfriend this year?
22.
Dang, that's pretty good.
Beyonce.
Numbers.
What? What'd you just say?
I think he said.
I had to correct you.
Fiance?
Yeah.
When did this happen, Manny?
Week ago.
What?
Thanks, guys.
Bro.
That's how guys tell information. There you go, Mo. There you go.
So can I?
That was
Dude,
last
that's-
week.
No, what?
I had to let it settle down
Bro.
before I started. But yeah,
That's
y'all know.
beautiful, bro.
What pick?
22.
Yeah.
So can I not eat a wing for the last one?
Yeah. Yeah. He gets a
Get a
call
pass.
off. Yeah, he gets a call off on that one.
Okay. All right, fine. All right. Manny, what sport did Henry play growing up that is still considered one of his favorite sports?
Football.
Incorrect.
I've
take that.
never touched a football a day in my
Take
life.
that wing back.
Baseball.
Dude, I'm getting pretty shaky.
Yeah, I'm trying to answer him correct now.
I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. Oh, dude, that's all we have, actually. Save you, Henry.
Thank God.
Yeah. Dude, I'm flipping the page like, yes. Oh, this is pretty spicy, right? All right, sweet.
It's
Well,
not that spicy. It's cool.
Really?
It's just when you eat a lot at once, it gets a little.
yeah.
But I'm straight though.
My body's moving on its own. This is.
No, it's
Harry tried to
spicy.
lock it.
Yeah, I'm trying to lock
Could
in.
you do
Every
like-
time I like it.
Could you do 15 for 15 minutes for the challenge, you think?
No. Yeah, if I like had to.
Had to, yeah. Well, thank you, boys, for coming on. Thank you, everybody, for your attention tonight. Thank you for being here. This is another episode of Pluckers Playmakers, sponsored by Pluckers Wing Bar, a proud sponsor of Texas A&M Athletics. Join us next month, 2 Mondays from now. Next Monday, May 5th. Got my track boys, Cameron Dixon from the track team, coming on the show. Stay tuned. Thank y'all. Have a blessed night.